What if I told you that one of the kindest people you ever meet might look like someone you'd normally walk right past? This is the story of a man who had everything, yet chose to have nothing, all to find the true meaning of compassion. Meet Mr. Harrison, a self-made millionaire who built a global empire from scratch. He had mansions, luxury cars, and a life most people only dream of. But as he grew older, a question started to bother him. In a world obsessed with wealth and appearances, does genuine kindness still exist? He was tired of the fake smiles and empty compliments from people who only wanted his money. He wanted to find the real gems, the people with hearts of gold. So, he came up with a radical plan. He told his family and his company's board that he was taking a long, secluded vacation. But his destination wasn't a five-star resort. Instead, he traded his designer suits for ragged clothes, let his beard grow wild, and smudged dirt on his face. He transformed himself into the very image of a homeless man, someone society often renders invisible. His only companions were two of his most trusted security guards, dressed in plain clothes, watching him from a discreet distance. His mission was simple. He would sit on the cold pavement of the city's busiest streets, day after day, holding a simple sign that read, "A little help can make a big difference." He wasn't just looking for money. He was looking for a connection, a glance of empathy, a moment of shared humanity. The first few days were brutal. People rushed past him, their eyes fixed on their phones, deliberately avoiding his gaze. Some muttered insults, telling him to get a job. The loneliness was more painful than the hunger or the cold. Mr. Harrison started to feel a deep sense of despair. Had he been wrong? Was the world really this heartless? But then a small miracle happened. A young woman, a university student named Sarah, stopped. She didn't have much herself. Her backpack was worn, and she was clutching a textbook. She looked at him, really looked at him, and her eyes filled with concern. "Sir, you look like you haven't eaten all day," she said softly. She opened her backpack and pulled out the sandwich she had packed for her own lunch. "It's not much, but please, take it." Mr. Harrison was speechless. He took the sandwich, his hands trembling. "Thank you," he managed to whisper. "Thank you so much." As Sarah walked away, he signaled his guards. They followed her, found out she was studying to be a nurse, and was working 2 part-time jobs to pay her tuition. This one act of kindness opened the floodgates. The next day, a construction worker on his break shared his bottle of water and sat with him for a few minutes, just talking about the weather. A single mother with 2 small children had her kids give him the few coins they had. Each time someone showed him compassion, Mr. Harrison's guards would discreetly follow them, learn their story, and note down their address. There was the elderly man who gave him a warm blanket on a chilly evening, explaining that his own son had once lived on the streets. There was the teenager who, instead of giving money, bought him a hot cup of coffee and asked if he needed someone to talk to. These weren't wealthy people. They were ordinary individuals, often struggling themselves, yet they chose to share the little they had. After a month, Mr. Harrison ended his experiment. He returned to his world of luxury, but he was a changed man. He hadn't just found kindness, he had experienced it in its purest form. He now had a list, a very special list of addresses and names. One by one, he began to change their lives. He paid off Sarah's entire student loan and set up a scholarship in her name at her university. He bought the construction worker a brand new truck for his business. He sent the single mother an anonymous check that would cover her rent for a year and set up a college fund for her children. For every person who had shown him kindness, he returned the favor 1,000 times over, always anonymously. Mr. Harrison's story isn't just about a rich man's unusual experiment. It's as a powerful reminder that our true worth isn't measured by what we have in our bank accounts, but by what we have in our hearts. It teaches us that compassion is a currency that enriches both the giver and the receiver. So next time you see someone in need, remember, Mr. Harrison, you never know. A small act of kindness from you might just change someone's world, and perhaps your own. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring content. See you next time!